Hey, and here we are. We back again with another 7-star raid showcase for that mighty Empoleon. In this case, we're going to use a more simple Pokemon, one that you can just get right on the map, and that is BRONZONG. Really, really good one. So stick around and let's get into it. Alright, wasting no time, let's get into the stats and details for BRONZONG. As always, Air type, Steel. Why Steel? Because it's resistant to those ice moves. Really, really good. Doesn't have any inherent weaknesses to other moves. Love the Steel type for this. Held item, Shell Belt. You're going to need that healing for this one for sure, so definitely run the Shell Belt. All right, for the moves for BRONZONG. Yeah, 3 of these moves are really the only requirement. The other one is just sort of a fun to have at the very end. You're not really going to use it, and that is Steel Beam. Otherwise, you're going to run Flash Cannon, Skill Swap, Metal Sound, and then the Steel Beam. Like I said, that's just sort of a finishing move at the end that you won't use throughout the rest of the fight. Getting into the details of these moves and why they're important. So Flash Cannon is really, really good because it has the potential to lower the special defense stat of the opposing Pokemon, which just helps because this is a special attacking move. And it's got good power at 80. The win-win move, really, really good. This is going to be the one you primarily use throughout the entire fight. I do encourage you to go ahead and put the power points into this. Make sure that you got this thing up to the 16 mark because I think it comes with, what, 10 or something like that. You're going to want the 16 to fully get through this fight because you're going to use it a lot. Next on the list, Skill Swap. Of course, Skill Swap, we know what that does. We got to get rid of the competitive ability for Empoleon, so that's why that's important. We're going to Skill Swap him a move that is, or our ability, which is Heat Proof. It's irrelevant. Metal Sound, this is key. You're going to need this thing. We get this on him at least twice. One of the interesting parts about BRONZONG is you kind of have to get this on him twice at the beginning. Otherwise, it's just going to be a reset because you're just not going to do enough damage to really get through the fight. So Metal Sound is good because it partially lowers the special defense stat. The reason, because the accuracy is only 85, so it may miss. All right. So be prepared if you're using this one consistently that you may just need to reset occasionally if it's missing. Steel Beam, of course, huge hitting at 140. Also damages you, though. You're only going to use this as a finishing move. And if you watch the live stream where I figured all this out, you'll see me use it as a finishing move. Actually knocked out my Pokemon and the Empoleon at the same time. That's always fun to do. Double KO. All right, for BRONZONG's actual stats, he gets really, really great special defense out of the door, which makes him good for this fight. His speed is terrible, okay? So his speed is actually below this Empoleon. I didn't put anything extra in the speed, so we will actually go second in this fight. And that's all right. We'll still get through it just fine. Otherwise, when it comes to your IVs, I did put this one into full special defense and full special attack because I'd actually built this for a different raid. So special attack, special defense. You can also put it into HP if you would like. So you could go special attack and HP and it'd be good to go. And that's it for BRONZONG. So let's get to the raid and go through the details. All right, we are in. And of course, the key to this is Bellibolt. So check out that video linked down in the description if you need to know how to lock your raid party so that you always get Bellibolt in it. All right, critical to making this raid work. Turn 0, no escape, followed by Blizzard. If you get pros right here, reset it. Or try to move and see if you fell out. The skill swap must happen first. Turn 1, skill swap. He's going to go first. Bellibolt put up light screen. Swap those skills, therefore that competitive doesn't come into play and he's not getting boosted. Okay, go double check his stats. Nice and clear. Even though Toxapex over here, this guy, used Chilling Water. Even though we went second, it didn't take effect because skill swap still went in before the full thing resolved out. All right, from there, Metal Sound. We need to land Metal Sound twice. All right, he's not going to reset those stat points of his until 50% HP down there. All right, maybe a little bit, maybe more towards the 8. Get the idea. So we've landed one Metal Sound. Need to land one more. If we faint here, no big deal. Don't worry about it. Keep going. And if he critical hits us, there's a good chance we do faint. We probably will. So there's 2 Metal Sounds. My HP is really low, so I'm going to go ahead and just go for the 3rd Metal Sound before he puts his shield up. And then... nope, fainted anyway. Critical hit. Didn't make it. Alright, got the 2. That's key. All right, next major milestone for this is going to be 80% HP. So at 80% of his HP, which is about the L-ish, he's going to reset my stats. We're not doing anything on Bronzong to boost ourselves, so doesn't matter. I believe Bronzong can learn Calm Mind. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he can. So if you brought Calm Mind in instead of Steel Beam, you could do it there. All right, from here, we're going to go into Flash Cannon. Get our Tera typing up. So we need to get that Tera type up. At this point, we've got his shield up. We haven't done anything to actually get our Tera type. Shield Cannon ×3 or Flash Cannon. Of course, Flash Cannon has the potential to lower his special defense even further, which would further help us. If we run up against to it and we think we're going to die, or get knocked out rather, the heal cheers can always come into play. Once we get terrorized, the bell will really help, but we're going to be pretty close with this one. This build is not the most stable. We need a little help from the RNG side. We have 90 HP as long as he doesn't critical us. Should be fine. So go ahead and terrorize and get this next flash kick. And we got the special defense add. Nice. Good heal from the Shell Bell. Removes my stats, so that's the 80% marker as I was talking about. We're not boosting our stats though, so not a big deal. I'm gonna keep using Flash Cannon here. Try to get his shield knocked down. After this, the 80% mark, the next things to look forward to in the major milestones for this fight are going to be Iron Defense at 65%. We're using Special Attack here. It doesn't matter. He's not going to reset his stats until 50% HP. He does reset our stats again at the 50% time marker, which we've already passed. So we'd actually passed both the 80% mark for him and the time marker fairly close there, and I wasn't even paying attention. That happens what? If you were paying attention, you saw it. Alright, shield is pretty much done. There goes the Iron Defense. No big deal. Does not impact this fight 1% because we're not using special attack or physical attack. There goes the other reset of me. That was late. He's every bit of 40% on the timer. So yeah, just goes to show these guys can do things at different intervals, even though they're supposed to be somewhat stable. Okay, so shield down. We need to get him pushed past that 50% HP mark so that he resets his stats. And then we're going to work on getting another metal sound in there so that we can get his HP down before we run out of moves, because we're going to run out of flash cannons if we... There goes that, and then we go right into metal sound. We do get a bonus move when the shield breaks, but we already used it. We used it with that last flash. Metal sound up once. As long as my HP looks good. And he does start double attacking below 50%, which can be a problem. So we're going to go right into another flash cannon here. Shield's down, so we're going to do more damage here without that shield there. I want to say... No, that's not enough. We need more than one metal sound to really get through this. Metal sound again. And hey, RNG is in our favor. We landed all 4 metal sounds throughout the fight without any misses. If you miss those, that's when it gets really dicey with this guy. Because you need it. I want to point out, I said earlier during the actual stat reviews that we were slower than him. Our speed stat was slower, so we were going to go second. And there's a double attack right there. This criticals, I could get knocked out. Did not, luckily. Why am I going first now? Let's take a look. Right there. The speed is down 4. Because Bellabolt over here is using Mud Shot and dropping his speed. So Bellabolt is helping us go first. Really, really good. Not only does Bellabolt keep light screen up, he knocks his speed stat down. So for this particular build, it helps out a ton. That allows me to go first. Ouch, critical hit. He follows this up with another critical hit. It's just out. It might be out anyway. That close. Alright, what are we going to do? We're going to go flash cannon. At this point, we can't faint because our time is so low because we did faint early on. If we hadn't fainted early on, we'd be okay. But I think if we faint now, if he gets us this hit, then we're out. I kind of hope that he only does one move. He only did one move. Alright, so finishing move with the Steel Beam. He doesn't have enough HP left to actually probably cause this to kill me or knock me out. We'll see. There it is. Double KO. I love it. That's the fun part about finishing this is kind of that double KO. Take you both out. The key is, though, you knocked him out, so it doesn't matter. Timer doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you went down. Still a win. So, hey, if this was helpful, you did find this useful, and you do use this, or you use any other Pokemon to solo it, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to know what you're using to solo this guy so I can go test those and experiment that. See what you're doing. But hey, hit that sub button, drop a like, and we'll see you in the next one.